Hello there, English speakers. Are you ready for a big breath in this quite quiet suburb outside of Linköping? So stretch up and so we have a dog that just have barked like crazy. There was some other bitch that she didn't like for some reason, or for obvious reasons because it was a bitch. But interesting things are happening now. Bolsonaro is, I think, the first big leader of any country that goes out and brag about that he took away a tax on vitamin D. So he is clearly in a camp of saying that vitamin D is important in the fight against COVID. No one else has done that, which is a big sin, I would say. And of course, in, for example, Sweden, we have total cheap, useless so-called journalists. Not one single one of these morons have dared to ask anything about vitamin D, because they are fucking morons. They can't think for themselves, they can't do anything, they focus on shit that's not important. But now, finally, one journalist have asked Fauci if he takes any supplements, and he admitted that he took vitamin D and C, and he didn't care about telling all the hundreds of millions of Americans that suffer from vitamin D deficiency that maybe they should do something about it. He didn't say that because he works for Big Pharma and his organs should be used for biofuel or something. These kinds of people, we need to strike back hard for them. They are going to pay for their sins. And he can give good excuses and so on. Maybe we just take a kidney. But that's making me so angry. Here in Linköping, in Sweden, we got the same old story. I just mention it because it's so typical. Someone who is very anti-racist and harasses people who he thinks are racist. 69-year-old man, and then he turns out to be a big racist that are screaming racist stuff against immigrants. So yeah, that happens all the time. Left liberals, fascist leftists, and so on, they are all racists, unless they are truly evil and hate all people the same. I'm continue to fight against our second main opposition party here in Sweden, that is just trying to keep our current administration in power after the next election. They have set themselves up. General, if you have if you want to negotiate, you can't say I will definitely not do this or that. Then you have nothing to negotiate with and you have already lost. This should be obvious for anyone, but for politicians who just push their narrative and aren't businessmen like Trump, for example, they just don't know this. They are fucking stupid. They should not be in charge, and you can easily spot them if you just think about it. So that's everything for today. Yeah, I don't think I have much more to say. I can explain that sign. In Sweden, they had the normal sign that we have all across Europe when we were driving on the left side. But when we switch side to drive on the right side, they made that version wrong. So now it's always standing in the wrong direction. The idea is that you should have a worker that has his back against the traffic, so you should be extra careful. But in Sweden, he's turning the wrong direction because it has always been in the wrong direction, so they fixed it so it's still wrong. So that's if you wonder why they look like they are in England or something. But yeah, people has turned left one too many times. Let's not do that again.